As soon as I walked in, he closed the door behind me and locked it. So that's where everything changed. My name is Frida Farrell. I'm an actress. I've just made a film called Apartment 407, based on my own story. I went on an audition, got locked in, and sex trafficked for 3 days. He was super charming, very, very nice guy when I first met him. You know, in a suit and, hello, we're doing a casting, you're perfect for the role. I just finished my drama school here in London and I was running around to loads of auditions all the time. And it was always either in a hotel or a lobby or a hotel room, a suite, or someone's apartment, someone's house, you know, so it wasn't something strange to say, hey, it's in this apartment, in this street, at this time. I walked in, did some photographs, and he said, okay, we'll let you know if the client loves you. I said, okay, great. And I walked home. He called me back and said, the client loves you. Do you want to do the shoot? I said, yeah, I'd love to. And he gave me a time and a date, and I turned up to the same location in the middle of the day. So again, daylight won't save you. But turned up, and this time he was just very charming when he opened the door. And then as soon as I walked in, he closed the door behind me and locked it with a lock and then with a key that he put in his pocket. So that's where everything changed.
Do you understand?
Are you gonna kill me? Are you gonna kill me?
No, I would never kill you. You're far too beautiful. We're just gonna.
He said, here's some underwear, and I said, I got a stomachache, I can't do this. And we start arguing, like, I can't do this, I can't do this. He said, I'll get you some milk. And I was like, milk? So he comes with a glass of milk, and I was just like, I'm sure he's put something in it. I'm not stupid, like, I might be young, but I'm not stupid. I took it, and I looked at it, and I looked at him, and he knew that I knew. We didn't have to say anything, and I just thought to myself, I think I'm just going to take this and forget about it. I don't know what's in it. Whatever it is, it's going to be better not to know. So I just drank the glass of milk. I woke up in a different place, is what happened. I woke up in a different apartment, not knowing where I was. So it's very clever of him to disorientate me like that, because now I don't even know where I am. He had pulled out everything that was loose. So there was a small kitchenette, there was no drawers, there was no cabinets, there was nothing, there was no doors. The toilet, there was no toilet seat, nothing that I could use as a weapon, basically. Whatever I tried, different things, pleading and screaming at him or trying, you know, all these different tactics that you try and do, just nothing worked. He was like stone. I can't do it, please.
Come on. Look. That's gonna swell.
I think that the survival instinct is the last thing that leaves you. That will stick with you all the way to the end, until you literally your last breath. So yes, it was there all the time. I didn't give up. I didn't give in. I nearly did, but I didn't.
Are we clear? You got a nod. There, good girl.
We did have a discussion about this too with the writer, and we chose the more dramatic way to get out because we needed that. I mean, as an audience, you need a massive, like, oh, you know, you just need it. at that point in the film. But in reality, it was much less dramatic. He came rushing in around the third day, seemed really stressed, threw some underwear at me, said, "Oh, get dressed, someone's coming in 2 minutes." I'm like, okay, I'm sort of in between milk and, you know, God knows what. And I'm like, okay, I gather the things, and he rushes out and slams the door, as he does all the time. And this time, there was no click of the lock. So I sneaked up to the door, put my ear against it and listened, and I could hear footsteps just sort of going further and further away. I still don't know where I am. I don't know, you know, so I think, okay, I have to try it. I have to try the door because it's not going to get any worse, really. So I just grabbed my clothes and my shoes and I held it tight and I slowly opened the door. And I thought, okay, any second now, he's either just going to slam the door in my face or hit me or something, I don't know. And then I opened all the way wide and I thought, nothing. Oh my God, I'm going to have to run, no matter what happens. And I got out to the same entrance that I got into the first day. So I knew where I was, and then I just bolted for the doors. There's some glass round doors. I went around and I just ran out and ran down the street. I started telling the story, and they were like, "Well, oh, you walked in on your own? He didn't force you in?" And I was like, "No, he didn't force me in. But had I known that he was going to lock, I would have never walked in. Like, that's, why would you say something like that?" Now, I wasn't strong enough to say these things. I'm saying that now, but in my mind, I was like, how can you ask? But at that time, I became smaller and smaller and smaller, and I shut down. I was like, they don't believe me, so I'm not going to tell it. How could I? They don't believe me anyway. And I felt really, really insignificant. What inspired me to make the movie was to help others only. So for me to be able to help other women, and some men of course, that's the only thing that's kept me going. I think this is so prevalent, people don't talk about it. There's so much shame involved in this, and when something's happened to you, you rather keep quiet. I did for a long time. I don't recommend it. The best thing to do is to talk about it. And I think one important thing is to turn around in your head that you are not a victim, you are a survivor, because you're here to talk about it.